So a modern Dharma hall, and again this is where we listen to and hear the teachings of the Buddha and of the successive masters after that. So this one, the television up the front, but the previous times they've had, again, AV on the back walls, and you sort of see the chairs are all aligned so people can actually sort of come in here on a Sunday where they have their daily programs, weekly programs, and they listen to teachings being offered.
Okay.
Books are also around for people to sort of sit down and read, and it's basically where we hear the teachings in order to refresh ourselves on the instructions that we need to have in terms of our meditation practice, or refresh ourselves the instructions on how we actually interact with others on a daily basis as well. So in other temples this could also be a place for some chanting services to occur, and perhaps not so much here, but in other temples, certainly the one that I trained in Japan, the Dharma hall is also the place where certain public ceremonies would also take place. And so if you're going to have a wedding or a funeral service, they'll be done in the actual Dharma hall. Here I think they might actually take place above us in the Buddha hall, as opposed to this one. Yeah. So it still serves its function as it needs to be, but it's just a modern interpretation of such.
Yeah.
Normally the lanterns out here, I think they've had some, it might have been the August Moon Festival that occurred last month, the Full Moon Festival.
Okay.
The lamps are sort of here as a cultural Chinese expression.
Yeah. And at the other end here,
we meet our old friend.
Oh yes, who we met.
Well, this one might actually be, sometimes it's actually hard to tell. I'm there to say it's going to be Kuan Yin, but sometimes, and usually Kuan Yin is in the Dharma hall, but you might also find other bodhisattvas, and I might just have a look at the name behind. It's still Kuan Yin, but as Kuan Yin has a number of forms, Kuan Yin will also have a number of names. So this is still Kuan Yin as a particular form of Kuan Yin, as again another bodhisattva of mercy and compassion. This time, in terms of what she's actually holding, tends to be more benign symbols. The conch sounding the call to the Dharma works themselves, the pens to actually describe the Dharma, the Vajra, which is this element down here, representing the power of the Dharma, the Dharma chakra, which is the wheel representing the eightfold path, and the vase which collects the tears of the bodhisattva to act as a healing balm, the knife that cuts away delusions and impurities from us, and the flying whistle again that sort of just removes the suffering from existence as well. So this one has more of a representation of what in other traditions you might find as the 8 auspicious signs or 8 auspicious symbols, representing Buddhism and its blessings.
Okay.
Whereas the one we saw previously in the Buddha hall was more about the actual activity of the bodhisattva in terms of mind and action, so the two of them work in conjunction. This one represents more the blessings.
Okay. Great.
And lots of money. There's 2 of them. But the symbols representing sun and moon at the same time too.
Yeah, okay. And there's the resource centre over there. And the kitchen very neatly placed round the back.
Tea and bickies with your book and say.
Indeed.
Actually, the sun and moon symbology is actually an interesting one too. We call Sun Face Buddha, Moon Face Buddha at times. It simply means that despite the fact that the day may change, that life may change, we still find our essential Buddha nature in that experience. So as a sun-faced Buddha, I might be experiencing the joy, the happiness of life. As a moon-faced Buddha, I might be experiencing the more darker times.
Yeah.
But again, I maintain my enthusiasm for practice, I maintain my Buddha nature, I maintain my practice in itself.
Yeah. So So where are you going to take us next, Hojun?
Alright, we might go up to the original halls, which does have a couple of interesting rooms, but not necessarily formal parts of a monastery or a temple.
Okay.